Alright, moving into game 2 to keep my opening hand.
And I'll keep as well.
Okay, so here's my opening hand, and it isn't ideal. It's not what I would like to see more often than not, but I'm not sure that I can justify throwing it back. That, you know, I have a few draw steps to get to what I need to get to, and I have at least one sideboard card in here. So.
And here's my opening hand. It's not the best, but hopefully it's going to get us there, and we'll see what the ponder brings us.
And I'll play a forest and pass the turn.
We'll ponder.
So I actually really like to see my opponent ponder on turn 1, knowing he doesn't have a Delver. Makes me feel a lot more comfortable that I kept a not so aggressive hand.
And pass turn.
So on my draw, I drew a rampant growth, so that's the accelerator I'm going to choose to use here. And I'm going to use the best mana fixer in the game to fix my mana and make sure I have all 3 colors. And then I'm going to pass the turn.
We are going...
He does not have Mana Leak present. Knowing that he pondered and that Delver is pretty much guaranteed to flip. Cast another Rampant Growth. I'm going to get my second red source here. And then I'm going to pass the turn and watch that little Delver get airborne.
And we are going to reveal a Vapor Snag. Flip them. And go to combat phase and swing for 3.
And it looks like I'm taking 3.
And we'll play our land. And pass turn. I could be playing more threats right here, but at this point he's hit the 6 mana mark, and it's not the best idea for me to tap out so he can slam a Titan.
So now you guys know what I have in my hand, and I know what I have in my hand, so I know that what's about to happen, and my opponent doesn't. So I'm going to cast Primeval Titan.
And we will Mana Leak.
And since we did have our one beautiful sideboard card that is annoying to all control players, I'm going to cast Autumn's Veil, which now spells that I control can't be countered. So when my Autumn's Veil resolves, and then his Mana Leak attempts to resolve, it will no longer take place, and my Primeval will come into play and get his triggers.
So we will start off by swinging for 3 in the air.
And I'm going to take 3 damage.
And we're going to go Geist.
That is definitely a Geist.
And we're going to Vapor Snag the Titan.
So Titan, wait. So I'm going to go ahead and recast the Primeval Titan that was Vapor Snagged.
So this is what we currently have in our hand. And he's at 13, so right now we're thinking, how can we win the game? He only has 3 lands open, so there's not a ton of options. He doesn't have any blue, so we don't have to worry about any sort of counters or tricks. He does have an Autumn's Veil. Well, he has the availability of it. So I think we're going to start off with a Snapcaster.
And the Snapcaster is going to resolve.
And we're going to target Vapor Snag.
And that is happening.
And we will Vapor Snag the Titan.
And in response, I will now cast Autumn's Veil.
And that'll be good. So he is at 13. We kind of need to get to a point here where we can win the game. There's not a ton of options we have. How many cards do you have in here?
I have 1 card.
And we're just going to swing with our insect for 3.
And he's declared attacks. I'm going to wake up my Ink Moth. So he's going to pay 2 life to Gut Shot. He'll go to 18. I'm going to take 3 damage and go to 10.
And now we'll pass turn.
I'm going to cast a Solemn.
Sure. You still have 1 card in hand?
Yeah.
I'm going to go combat.
Okay.
And I'll send with everything.
Okay, so everybody's attacking here. Wake up my Ink Moth. And then I'm going to declare blocks with the Primeval on the Geist, the Ink Moth on the Angel, and the Solemn on the Snapcaster.
I'm going to pay 2 life to Gut Shot the Ink Moth.
Okay.
So I'm at 16.
16. And then I'm going to
take... blockers have been declared, so I'll cast Mutagenic Growth on my insect. You have a +2/+2.
Okay. So that looks like I'll take 9.
Yep. So
Okay.
9 it is.
So I'm going to take 9 and actually go to 1, which I'm in a really bad spot. But the Geist is going to die here, which I'm under the assumption he has another Geist in his hand. The insect will live, the Snapcaster dies, Solemn will die, and I'll draw a card on its resolution.
And then we will pass turn.
Okay, then I'm going to draw my card for turn. I'm going to cast Slide Storm.
Yep.
Which is one of the 4 in my deck that I've been waiting for a very long time prior to me getting to 1 life. And then I'm in a really bad spot here, so I have to be pretty super aggressive in the race here. So I'm going to go ahead and declare attacks. Because pretty much if he draws a a Vapor Snag, I lose at this point. And then I'm going to cast another Primeval Titan and hope that we just get there really hard. So he is at 10 life now. So basically we're both in the red zone that either one of us is going to die. If he doesn't draw something here to kill me or make a really big difference on the board, he's going to die. And if he draws a gut shot and or Vapor Snag or Snapcaster for the gut shot, I die. So pass the turn.
At the end of his turn, we're going to use Moorland Haunt.
And there's always the Moorland Haunt that I clearly forgot about.
So we're going to make our token, and he's got no cards in hand, and he's tapped out, so that will pretty much spell the game for him.
That will definitely spell the game.
Just in case we drew another gut shot.
Clearly, because that's what that deck does. So basically there, though, there really wasn't anything I could do. I couldn't have played it any differently to prevent dying from that token, even though I did forget about it, which is clearly an error on my part. I had no way of doing anything any differently to ensure that I had a blocker that could fly. Really what happened is not drawing one of the board wipers, either a Slag Storm or a Ratchet Bomb, early enough in the game to make a difference. I didn't really get a chance to clear his early board, which is obviously what did a lot of the damage to me.
And this is what I had in hand, a Phantasmal Image. You guys saw I stopped there for a second. I counted the math wrong. I should have won on the turn prior if I would have Phantasmal Imaged my Snapcaster before going into combat and gut shotted him directly for 1. As you guys saw, I got him down to 1. I had already counted it as 10 through combat damage, so we should have been able to get there that turn.
And that's why Delver is right now one of the best decks in the format, and you have to hit your board wipes against it or you're going to lose.
So thanks guys for watching. Let us know if you liked it. We're probably going to be bringing you some more videos soon, some more you know, deck techs, whatever, playing. Let me know what you want. Let me know what you think. Subscribe, favorite, do whatever. And you guys have a good day.